Now let me show you the dumbing down process of our black children. You know, Dr. T is hoping that we can go back to our former performance where we created the greatest educational institution in the world. We came out of slavery in 1865 in complete illiteracy. By 1917, with just the Bible, we were reading better than graduates from Harvard and Yale. And that scared the shit out of the Rothschilds and Rockefellers. Look at the dumbing down here in these Rockefeller and Dale Carnegie schools. Look at this nonsense. This is an education. Look, what accomplishment. What an accomplishment. I mean, man, that girl just, oh my God, she blew the world away. Do you see this nonsense going on in our school? Look at just black kids. Ain't no white kids in here learning this foolishness. This is what's going on. These schools are purposely dumbing down our children. Our children aren't learning anything, and they're coming out into a world that demands that they have some skills, and they don't. Black people, we have a problem here, because this is an ongoing replication of dumbing down our kids. And as you can see, it's working, Dr. T.
So I still don't got an inch to paint.
These are so cute.
Don't put the motherfucking things in my hair.
What?
Don't put these motherfucking things in my hair.
Wow. These is cute kiwis.
No, they fucking not. I'm Kid Kiwi, and y'all seen all them comments.
If you offer me a job and I find out my manager, my direct supervisor is going to be a minority, babe, keep that DEI hire and keep that job offer too. I prefer to work under white men, okay? White, middle-aged, men with a family, AARP eligible, the ones that got the AAA, the ones that eat off the IHOP 55 plus menu, you know what I mean? The Medicare eligible ones, give me that. Give me that. Because as far as I'm concerned, the minorities, they like to make you pay back the dues that they had to pay in 1987 when they first got their job as the model minority. And they want to make sure that you have to do it too. Meanwhile, white man, he sees me, he goes, yep, let me give you this special project. What do you need? What's going to advance your career?
Sell her.
What's all this?
You will sell the niggers.
Sell little pants. She picked with more vigor than any other nigga. Choose another to go.
No other. Sell her.
I will not.
You will remove that black bitch from this property.
Man does how he pleases with his property.
How can I help you? None of the passive aggressiveness, none of the micromanaging, none of that extra shit, right? Give me Jim, Bob, Bill. Give me that. Don't give me the minority, because as far as I'm concerned, anybody that looks like me or identifies as somebody who would be a DEI hire, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. Y'all got a chip on y'all shoulder that I personally do not have the brain power to deal with. So as far as I'm concerned, hand me to the nearest white man. Thank you. So as far as I'm concerned, hand me to the nearest white man. Thank you.
Strike her. Evil strike her until her flesh is rent and meat and blood flow equal. I will kill every my sight. You understand me? Strike her! Strike her!
Till I say no more, I ain't said nothing.
Justice, thou shalt answer for this sin.
Sin. There is no sin. Man does how he pleases with his property. The moment plan. I'm with great pleasure. You be goddamn careful. I don't want to come out of my mood no further.
I didn't even do anything. Officers, if you'll come and ask these witnesses, because I don't want to talk to her. I'm just trying to go home. And when we pull off, I will be quiet. I gotta go pick up my son. Seriously, I've been having to pick her up since earlier. I'm on the phone with my mama. I'm on the phone with my auntie. I didn't do anything. No, I'm not. You can come here. I don't want to go that way. Seriously. Yes, my mom on the phone. Because I literally been waiting 3 days to leave. I want to go with my mama. I'm calm. I just want to go.
Can you come off the plane and talk to us?
No, I'm not because they're gonna drive off. I'm not getting off the plane because I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not. I will be quiet once the plane goes off. I done already helped these people up. Like, did I do anything? I honestly didn't even do anything. I just want to go. I'm not leaving.
Okay.
I would do a lawsuit, everything. I'm not leaving.
Okay,
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I want to go home. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I want to go home. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm not leaving. I'm going to go home. Seriously, I haven't did anything. I want to go home. I've been wanting to go home for looking for
Can
days.
you listen?
12 seconds later.
I think we got to record it. I think you're reason to record. Like, for real. Like, dead ass. Fucking record me, get it, bitch. Record me. Freedom on the lip. 283 S's TikTok. I'll start giving you social media names. Like, fuck. No, Destiny, nothing. Because I've been trying to be calm.
Okay, you're good.
Like, I'm trying to. If you ain't fucking recording me, I'll give y'all a thing. I'll give y'all a fucking thing. Like, bruh.
Destiny, don't
I'm gonna fuck all these motherfuckers on this plane. Oh God, fuck everybody. Oh God, I'm gonna get off this bitch. Like, fuck y'all. Oh God, I slap everybody on this bitch. Like, I'm here. I'm gonna go to the fucking shit. Like, fuck y'all. Like, are you still gonna walk with me? Can you please walk with me? Because I'll be comfortable. Because I'm already to slap everybody gonna fuck with me. Dead ass. Dead ass. Dead ass. I'm gonna put my none of this shit. Like, for real, I'm trying to go to my son. Right, because I'm like, no, don't say shit to me. I'm gonna get that shit. I don't want nobody saying nothing to me. It's the foul one. Like, yes. Dead ass. I'm gonna put my none of that shit. Anybody got a camera, I'm gonna stop this. Y'all better grab me. Y'all better grab me. If anybody got a camera, or what, I'm slapping the fuck out of the dog shit out of you. Anybody got a camera? I'm dead ass. I'm complete. Anybody got a fucking camera? I'm slapping the fuck out of you. Anybody?
Bye, Felicia.
Oh, yeah, who's your insurance?
Progressive.
You got, is it like a phone card?
I don't have any of that. I'm about to call them in a second.
Yeah, get a policy number and send it to us.
Okay.
That'll help us just for documentation purposes.
Okay.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, starting at verse 56. It reads, "The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter." Verse 57. "And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children, which she shall bear." All right, and this is talking about the so-called Negro woman, all right, as well as the other women of the tribes, but, you know, the so-called Negro woman is, as the so-called Negro man is the leader of all of the nation of Israel, all right, so is the so-called Negro woman as far as these women are concerned. That's why she's on the forefront, all right, and that's why she's, you know, the way she is right now, right, these curses have just destroyed them, all right. So before I continue, let me start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, who teach this 100% truth. Peace and salutation to the Lord's elect that be in the house of David. Today is June the 8th, year 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance. All right, the hour being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through the seed of our fathers, the elect. On this side is slaughtered for salvation 2 out of 3 of our people, which consist of majority women, all right, are going to be destroyed, all right, over here in Babylon, the great spiritual Sodom and Egypt, all right, where our Lord was crossed out and Cesare was put up, red Jesus, all right, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, a nigga woman made the declaration to just give her over to the white man, all right, because that's a slave master, all right, you know, that's her husband on this side. That's Eve is Esau's woman on this side, all right, and she's our enemy, all right, as we just went through the scriptures, all right. Her eyes evil toward us, all right, but and then when I say us again, that means the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American men, all right, but they're filled with love and compassion, all right, toward her master, all right, which is the devil the Bible speaks of, all right, so-called white people, all right, the Edomites, all right. So I showed you, you know what I'm saying, some clips, you know what I'm saying, just showing how destroyed, you know what I'm saying, we are as a nation, all right, and how Esau used, all right, the so-called black woman, all right, to forward his agenda, all right, and, you know, just bring us to where we are right now, right? We can't go no lower, all right? There's no lower we can go, all right? Our woman, which again, on this side, she ain't our woman, that's the devil's woman, all right, would rather have him, all right, than, you know, be with a Jake man, all right? And it just goes to show that Eve is a base bottom bitch, just like Esau is, all right? That's why they go hand in hand, all right? Ever since the garden, all right? The women of the tribes, all right, have ran after this madman, all right? This is Daniel 4:17. It say, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it, the bases of men, all right? So the base man is ruling right now. Esau is the base man, all right? He's in rulership, but what is Eve doing, all right? She's a base bitch too on this side, all right? Because she wants to be, all right, up under him. She wants his approval, all right? We all know nigga women, and then had them in our family, all right, when they around niggas, all right, they act like a nigga bitch. But when they get around these Edomites, you know what I'm saying, they got the white woman voice down, they got the proper tone down, they got all of that shit down, all right? So, you know, just showing, you know, these women are wicked for the most part. These black women, not all of them, but the majority of them, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they gotta go, bro. All right, let me read this in Micah 7:10. All right, it reads, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. All right, that's what's coming to a lot of these women, all right, during the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, they're going to get trotted down like the mire of the streets out here, all right? And the elect men are going to see it and rejoice, all right? Because we see what they do now, all right? And it's you know what I'm saying? It's what's the word these motherfuckers use? It's a ick, all right? You Negro women have become an ick, all right, to the men of the Lord, all right? You 2/3, all right? Looking at how they move out here, you know what I'm saying? They're adulterous, all right? You know, they just... Man, they just foul beings, all right? 1 second. All right, y'all forgive me. So yeah, and then also in the last clip I showed, you know what I'm saying, this bitch then set dude whole car on fire, right? Because, you know what I'm saying, he ain't want to fuck with her no more. All right, and we know 9 times out of 10 the reason they don't want to fuck with the bitch no more because you women are whores, all right? And because he's done with you, all right, he done got all he can get out of you, all right? He done maximized his turn with you, all right, and now he giving you back to the streets. You know what I mean? Now you want to burn this shit up, all right, and then you texting and playing and shit. You know what I'm saying? This, man. Let me read this in Amos chapter 7 and verse 17. It say, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy wife, that being an Israelite woman, shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land, all right? And that's where we at today, all right, in captivity over here in Babylon the Great. All right, the majority of us are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, but the biggest bulk of us reside right here in America. All right, where the American harlot Eva, all right, is running rampant in, you know what I'm saying, being a terrorist in the earth, just like her red husband. All right, she going out with him though, so let her fill up the measure of her husband. All right, fill you up the measure of your husband, woman, because you going out with his ass. All right, you know what I'm saying? And your fucking children are too. All right, these little monsters that Eve bring forth. All right, you know what I'm saying? Man, the first clip I showed you, I think that was the first one, with Lil Eve. All right, you know what I'm saying? Speaking just like a mother. All right, the same language. All right, looking like the mother. All right, just all of that, you know. This is Ezekiel 16 and 44. It say, behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. All right, you know what I'm saying? Little Keisha, all right, it's just a representation of old Keisha. All right, you know what I'm saying? These old women, they ain't got it neither. You know, it's just a cycle of destruction that's been passed down, and the women are the forefront of that shit, you know? Going all the way back to what, the late 60s, early 70s, you know what I'm saying? Women ran the men out of the household, all right? So the majority of these, you know what I'm saying, individuals you see today were brought forth and raised by a woman, all right? She had a hand in, you know what I'm saying, the product that we see today, all right? The water to Yahweh Shem I was shot at, it wasn't that way with me. I was raised with my mother and my father. And I said it backwards. I was raised with my father and my mother. Salakia, it's me. All right, because you're supposed to honor your father and your mother. But I was raised with both parents, all right, in the home. All right. You know what I'm saying? So, the water to Yahweh Shem I was shot for that. Man. But yeah, also at the beginning of that, you know what I'm saying, you had this you know what I'm saying, this Jake teacher, you know what I'm saying, and he understands what's going down. I used this clip. All right, he knows these schools and these institutions are nothing but foundations of the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, all right, to destroy Jake. You know what I'm saying? Well, which one of them presidents said it? He said a thorough understanding of the Bible is better than a college education. You know what I mean? So you see what's going down even in these school systems, all right? You see what Eve is being taught, you know what I'm saying, to be a little harlot, you know what I'm saying? And you see the woman that's teaching how everybody's laughing, you know what I'm saying, like some fucking hyenas. All right, this is why the scripture said for these women to stay their ass at home. All right, they supposed to be at home being taught by a woman who was raised at home, all right? But anyway, we know majority of our people gotta go. The Lord gonna kill them. You know what I'm saying? And when the judgment comes, you know, don't lift up no cry prayer for them, because they deserve it. All right, let me read this in Ezekiel 9 and get ready and close. No need to make it too long. Just to prove to you that the majority of the 2/3, all right, are women. All right, this is Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. All right, Jerusalem is a people before its place. All right, in the city, all right, these death angels going to be rolling through is Babylon the Great, America, through all these American cities, all right? And it says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, so the angels are going to be going through the cities of Babylon, all right, and putting a mark of exemption on the men that sigh and cry for all the wickedness that they see take place. All right, and ultimately it's the elect, you know, they're going to get exempt from judgment. And you got women of the elect, you got children of the elect, but everything begins with the men. All right, so those angels are going to put marks of exemption, all right, on the men of the elect who sign and crying for the abominations that they see on a day in and day out basis. Verse 5, and the other angels, and to the others he said, in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So these other angels, the death angels, all right, they're going to be going through the city, and everybody that ain't got that exemption of judgment is going to get judged, all right? Verse 6, slay utterly, old and young, both maids, all right, those are women, and little children, you know, that's boys and girls, and women, all right? So that's letting you know It's talking about women 3 times. All right, slay utterly old and young. All right, old women, young women. All right, because it goes into both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient man which was before the house. All right, so this is coming. All right, it's coming. All right. Only 1/3 of Israel is going to be delivered and saved from Babylon the Great. All right. 66.6% of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to die right here in this land. All right. A grievous, horrific death. All right. And a lot of it is going to come from Esau. All right. As the nigger woman so eloquently stated, just get me over into the hands of the white man. All right. All right, bitch. You better remember who you dealing with. You dealing with the king of terrors out here. All right. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is terrible. All right, and he gonna give you exactly what your black ass asked for. All right, you gonna be given into the hands of the white man. All right, the red man. All right, Psalms 17:13. Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, so you just asked, you know what I'm saying, to be delivered into the sword of the Lord, the wicked. All right, and the Lord is gonna give you to him. All right, you know what I'm saying? You niggas is finna learn. All right, to mind your fucking tongue. All right, that tongue is a goddamn sword. All right, and that's in the scriptures as well. You know what I'm saying? That tongue will get you fucked out faster than almost anything else. All right, but you know the nigger woman, she's been a reckless and running her mouth for so goddamn long. All right, she ain't got no fear. All right, she ain't got no mind. All right. She got the mind of a maniac just like Esau. All right, so she got to get the same judgment that nigga get. All right, ain't got no mind. All right, like Wicked Boosie say. All right, but that's pretty much it for the lesson. You know what I'm saying? No need to make it, you know what I'm saying, that much longer. You know, I showed y'all the clips, all right, of these wicked assholes. So that's it. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone who teach us 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elected, being in the house of David, Kwam Yasharala, and the Bible Ball. Shalom.